Hey there lads and lasses, Jim Bob here. So, Spider-Man for the PS4. As promised, here's my review of this masterpiece of a superhero video game. I waited in a queue for at least an hour to buy this game and it was worth every single penny. Cost me £67 and each and every one of those pounds, each and every penny was worth it. Every bit of gold and silver I put towards this game was worth it. I'm making it sound like it's some kind of treasure. You know what? I might just put it in a huge metal vault in my room. I'm gonna do that, yeah. Okay, so greatly anticipated, and since I saw the first footage of the gameplay on YouTube, seeing Spidey swinging through one of Fisk's construction sites, chasing a helicopter, I knew then I was invested in this game, and I thought, you know what? I need to buy this when it comes out, and. Bear in mind, this was back in like early 2017 when I saw it, and I thought, for God's sake, wow, I've got to wait until September 7th, 2018 before I buy this game. What are you doing to me, world? This isn't fair. And then, but all forgiven, I had the game now, I've completed the story. Pre-warning, there are going to be major spoilers for the storyline in this game. And but I'm going to start off talking about the gameplay. Great inspiration from the Batman Arkham games, the way that Spidey moves around his enemies, kicking the crap out of them, some of the counter moves you can do. Greatly inspired by the Arkham games, and to me, Batman Arkham is what started, superhero games being great. Some of the combat in the Arkham games is amazing, but come on, Spider-Man is so much cooler than Batman. I'm sorry, but he is, and. But the story of this game is what intrigued me the most. It is so goddamn good. Like, it is better than I'll be honest. The story to this game is better than any Spider-Man movie I've seen, and that's saying something, because as much as I love gaming, movies are my passion, and knowing that there's actually a story in a game that's better than a movie, it's just it's a bit new for me. It's a lot to take in. I mean. Pretty much with games, what lacks seriously with some games is the lack of storytelling. That's why I like games that tell a story, which is why I'm so invested in games like Telltale's The Walking Dead. Great storytelling, great character development, and the same with the Uncharted series, The Last of Us. Great storytelling in video games, and but this is just amazing. Like the way the characters are written. The villains, Peter Parker himself, because I wasn't uninvested with the Peter Parker voice actor when I first heard him speak in the gameplay trailer. So I was like, okay, how's he gonna pan out? But this guy is amazing. It's the best voice actor to ever play Peter Parker, and he's so much better than that whiny dude from Web of Shadows. Where's MJ? You're no help. You know, that guy. And but the thing is, what I like most about this game as well are the villains. You spend a majority of the game believing that Martin Lee, who's Mr. Negative, is the villain, and then it sort of twists it a little bit when you think you're close to the end. When you think that final battle, when you're fighting Lee on the train, is it? It's not. Doc Ock turns out to be the big baddie, and he breaks Martin Lee, Vulture, Electro, and Rhino out of prison, and they're all tag teaming Spidey at the same time, kicking the crap out of him. It was so suspenseful. I was like, no, don't hurt my Spidey. Like, it's just so goddamn good. It got me invested, like it was a film. The story is so goddamn good, and credit to Insomniac. They're brilliant. They're brilliant at storytelling, and I'm hoping that this isn't the last we see of this version of Spider-Man. Like, I want more. I need more. I need more to carry on in my pathetic life. But what this game does so well is that it keeps you invested, even with the side missions. Like, if you think back to like Spider-Man 2, when you're delivering pizzas, you're fetching balloons, you're beating up thugs, catching cars, catching criminals. That same stuff is in there, minus the balloons and the pizza. But the way that this game does things in the visuals, it keeps you invested. It makes you care about these little things. Collecting Peter Parker's backpacks, which has tons of references to other Spider-Man films within those backpacks. Like there was even one with like a recipe for one of Aunt May's some kind of dinner that she makes. I can't exactly remember. I do apologise. Now it's just amazing the fact that the game just went with all these different aspects, and it keeps you invested. Even taking photos of all the different landmarks, and you get to take selfies. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about that. My friends have been sharing like screenshots of Spider-Man doing like a peace sign, and it's all over Facebook. All these different selfies. Now, another thing I like the most about this game are the suits. Now, the suits are absolutely awesome. Some don't really need to be there necessarily, like the Spider-Punk, or there's a couple of others, but the suit that I mainly wore was the advanced suit, like the normal one. I also wore Spider-Man, the Iron Spider. I wore the dark suit, which you get from completing all the Black Cat stakeouts. But mainly I stuck with the advanced suit, because it's cool. It's the newest one now. It's the one that I've never seen before. But I never thought a suit could actually top that one until the very end, when Peter Parker sort of invents a different suit to help take down Octavius. He builds an anti-Ox suit. It's like black. It's covered. It's got like a yellow glowing spider, yellow glowing eyes, and it's made from the same fibre that Doc Ock's arms are. And that final boss battle was so intense. I mean, I did it on my second go because I was the one who was stupid and kept trying to do hand-to-hand combat when really you're supposed to throw stuff at the guy. And it's just amazing and so emotional at the end. I'm not going to ruin the ending. This is a spoiler-filled video, of course, but I'm not going to ruin the ending because the ending, I think, will touch Marvel fans like that. It is so sad, and I'll admit I teared up. And for me to tear up in a video game, it just doesn't happen. The last time I almost teared up was thinking that spoilers for Uncharted, by the way, when you thought that Nathan Drake and Elena were going to break up, but they never did in the end. That was sad, just knowing, just seeing them argue. And that's what I love about the storytelling in this game. It gets you invested in the characters, even the ones which are not there that much. Such as Norman Osborn. He's completely different in this game compared to how we've seen him. He's not the Goblin, but he's still a villain in some way due to the fact that he's a corrupt mayor who invented this bioweapon, which was supposed to be a cure for Harry, because Harry's sick. And I'll get into that in a minute. But another thing which interested me is when I saw the trailer, I saw Miles Morales, and I was like, oh, I hope he's playable. And he was. Not to the extent I was hoping. Maybe he's in the DLC, maybe he's in the sequel. I'm just hoping that you do get a chance to play as Miles, suited up as Spider-Man. Or Kid Arachnid, I think his name is. Well, I saw somebody write that. Whether that's his name or not, I don't know. And another thing, I did state in my last video when I ranked my Spider-Man games that MJ's missions weren't that interesting. I take that back. Mary Jane is a badass in this game. She gets in on the action. Most of it's due to sneaking around and getting around the thugs, getting around the demons. She chucks these things called laws to distract the bad guys, but towards the end she gets a stun gun and she's zapping these fuckers right in the back, knocking them over. And this version of MJ is so much better than the movie version played by Kirsten Dunst. She's not a damsel in distress in this game. She gets in on the action. She helps Spider-Man complete his missions. She's a journalist in this one. That's what I really liked. Now, I'm going to wrap this whole thing up because the video is getting a bit long now, and people are probably fed up of hearing my voice. So, overall, this game is awesome. I love it. And I'm hoping that in the sequel, we get to play as Miles Morales suited up as Spider-Man. Now, Peter Parker, he's had his time to shine in so many Spider-Man games before, but never before have we had an open world Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm not saying write Peter Parker out of it, because this version of Peter Parker is so good, you just want more. You want more of this guy. So maybe do a storyline where you constantly switch between the two. Still play as MJ as well, because I think she's cool. Just don't turn her into a Spider-Woman or anything like that. And pretty much that's all I had to say about the game. I highly recommend you buy this game. It is the best superhero game I have ever played in my life. The best game I have played on PS4. It is absolutely fantastic. I don't really have any complaints with it at all. The storytelling, spot on. The acting, spot on. The graphics, spot on. And the swinging mechanics are amazing. I mean, if you thought Spider-Man 2 swinging mechanics were good, this one will blow your mind. You can upgrade and swing even faster as you go through the story. So I'm going to stop talking about it now before I babble on it for another hour or so. I probably could, if YouTube would allow you to upload videos that long. I think they do, but I think they have to do some kind of process to get it like that. So I'm going to stop it right here, guys, just in case my video doesn't upload and I've got to redo the whole thing. So, Spider-Man, what did you think about it? Let me know down below in the comments, and as always, if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.